I've actually gotten coaching pretty steadily for the last maybe 7 years of my life. I've really grown that way, but this has been a little different. The coaching has always helped. I think any level of coaching helps, but this is really doubled down and dialed in. So it's been really beneficial for me. My life right now is momming and CEOing. And when I look at like my biggest challenges around those things, it's very much about what's going on mentally and internally, not so much what's going on in the world around me. Like the world around me has its own challenges, and that's not ever going to stop. But when people ask me like what my biggest obstacle to growth in business, was it like what kind of barriers? And I think they were expecting me to say, well, being a woman in or, access to capital was, those aren't my biggest obstacles. My biggest obstacles are how I view myself, what I view that I'm capable of doing, what do I want for my future business. So Bob and Judith have really helped me challenge that. Challenging each of those thoughts has been pivotal for my growth. I've been doing new things with the business. And for context, my business, we have 4 locations. We have 65 people, which is not a huge business, but we did start with zero, so I'm pretty proud of it. And just kind of we're buying another company and we are expanding into new business lines and we're entering into the world of venture capital and things like that. And all of those things I feel like they're like scary. And so working with Bob and Judith has really helped me like frame why they're scary and what is my mistaken belief around whatever my ability to perform or whatever. And so that's been pretty monumental for me and for the business and the business growth. And then when I think about like myself, I think I was a product of the 80s, right? We were kind of left to ourselves to navigate the world. And I think that there's a lot of things that Bob and Judith helped me identify that I learned, patterns that I learned that I don't want to be part of my future. And that's been pretty amazing. And then as far as my family, I have a pretty challenging family size. I only have 7 kids at home. My oldest lives in Texas and lives away from us. But we've switched to homeschooling recently, against advice, but we did it because I basically do whatever I want in the world. And that's required a lot of mental and emotional support. And Bob and Judith have really helped me like frame what I want, what the vision is around it, and really venture into new things for my kids. And so they're helping me just navigate the world in my own unique way. I've always navigated the world in my own unique way, but to do it with confidence is a different thing. Sometimes you don't notice it. Like I do a lot of, I don't do a lot. I do some public speaking. And it used to be very, very nerve-wracking. And the last thing that I did was a couple weeks ago. And I'm standing there waiting to go up, and I'm on a panel, and everyone else around me, they're kind of fidgeting and messing with their clothes. It's all men. I'm the only woman on the panel. And they're all kind of just like, they're not visiting or they're just, and then I looked at them, I was like, oh, they're nervous. Wait, I'm not nervous. And like, I don't even notice. And I told Bob, I didn't even notice I wasn't nervous. He's like, why would you notice something you don't feel? So there's a lot of change too that we don't even notice. So now when I like get on stage, it like hadn't even occurred to me to be nervous. So I think I just on a plane recently, I do a lot of traveling for work, and on a plane recently, I watched the Mr. Rogers movie. I don't know what it's called. But anyway, so now I go around telling everybody that Dr. Bob is Mr. Rogers who swears. And
Uh,
and so I have like absolute affection for Dr. Bob and Judith. And oh, I don't think I would have ever found the answers. I just don't have the skill set and expertise that Dr. Bob and Judith have, when it comes to like looking back and like why am I behaving the way I'm behaving? Once you kind of understand why, then you're free to choose something different for your future. Historically I behave like this, but going forward, this is the person I want to be. And I think there's a lot about the vision for me that I have to like have that vision, and I'm pretty good. Once I have a good vision, I can go do. I just wasn't the kind to do that. And now that's really opened up. It feels like it kind of took the lid off the jar that I had put on myself. I absolutely think that's been beneficial.